On the Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry, we are joined by our reporter Vanessa Puna in Cape Town, and she will be talking to the Commission Evidence Leader, Advocate Nazreen Bawa. Good morning to you, Vanessa, and can you briefly take us through the highlights of the Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry?
Yes, good morning to you. We all know that the Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry started with the in loco inspections of 3 police stations in the area. And as you rightfully said earlier on, it did come after a spate of vigilante or mob attacks in this area due to the alleged breakdown of trust and communication between the community as well as the police, as well as allegations of ineffective policing in Khayelitsha. Now, we've seen the first and second phase of this commission now drawing to a close. Started off this morning with testimony by Dr. Mulder van Eyck, who is testifying at this commission in terms of the training of police officers and members of the South African Police Service. Now, joining me just to take us through exactly what has transpired at this commission, I have with me Advocate Nazreen Bawa, who is an evidence leader at the commission. Advocate, good morning to you. In a nutshell, when we talk about this Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry, can you just lay out for us what has transpired thus far?
Good morning. We've divided the procedure up into 2 phases, and for the 2 phases we've essentially heard evidence from approximately 107 witnesses over a period of 34 days. We conducted the 3 local inspections to which you referred to, but we also did inspections of the Traffic Management Centre in Goodwood as well as the SABC War Room in the city. We in total received, I think, over 200 statements from the community members. The Commission's public process of gathering evidence draws to a close today. What remains is that the legal representatives will submit argument on the 29th of May, and it's anticipated that the report will be completed during June or July.
Now, Advocate, in terms of this report's conclusion, once the legal counsel for the various parties have brought their closing arguments, and once the commissioners have had a chance to go through all this evidence and conclude this report, what happens with the findings and the recommendations of this report going forward?
Well, under Section 205 of the Constitution, the Commission was established by the Premier. The Commission will then hand the report over to the Premier. The Premier, under the constitutional scheme, is then obliged to provide the report to the National Minister of Police to put into action any recommendations that the Commission might make. It's up to the National Commissioner or the National Minister of Police to determine whether he accepts or rejects any of the recommendations that's come out of this process. This process has been an all-inclusive one. There has been enormous involvement from the community. The local authority in the city of Cape Town has participated. The various provincial departments that have been approached by the Commission have offered their assistance. The National Director of Public Prosecutions provided information when so sought. The prosecutors in Khayelitsha have assisted the Commission to the extent required. And last but not least, the members of SABC have participated fully in the process. The provincial office has provided documentation, extensive documentation, and members of SABC at the 3 police stations have given evidence of difficulties they experience in policing and challenges that they face. So we hope that all of this will inform the report. It will lead to implementable practical recommendations that will find favour with the National Minister of Police.
And then we know that there's also been quite a bit of interest from the community. I know that early on in the Commission with these sittings, this wall behind us has really been full to capacity with members of the community, and this speaks to their interest and just their wanting to see effective policing in the area.
We've had a regular turnout on an almost daily basis of quite a substantial number of members of the community. The first phase was was extremely well attended, especially when members of the community gave evidence. The second phase process has been 5 days of hearing 25 experts talk on recommendations and conclusions, and have been more of a technical nature. So one doesn't fault the community for, but even so, for the last 4 days we've had a full hall for that.
Thank you very much. That was Advocate Nazreen Bawa, an evidence leader at the Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry, which wraps up the public hearings into the alleged inefficiency of policing in the area today.
That's our reporter Vanessa Puna in Cape Town. Thank you so much for that report.